The high-stakes military posturing is underway in West Asia, and it raises fresh questions whether Washington is heading toward another round of conflict with Tehran. The signs on the ground suggest that possibility is growing stronger by the day. Israel is now on heightened alert, and it is stepping up preparations for a possible return to hostilities with Iran. This, remember, comes amid indications that Donald Trump may be closing in on a decision over renewed military action. Such reports are coming in as Donald Trump was briefed at the White House on military options by the U.S. Central Command Chief Admiral Brad Cooper. And the preparations aren't just theoretical. In a massive show of force, Washington has already shipped over 6,500 tons of munitions and military equipment to Tel Aviv in just 24 hours. This includes advanced weapons, tactical vehicles, and ground support systems. But even as these preparations intensify, any direct conflict with Iran is far from straightforward. From advanced drone warfare to long-range missile systems, Iran has demonstrated its ability to challenge both U.S. and Israeli defenses using asymmetrical tactics across West Asia and the Indian Ocean to shock its adversaries.
Iranian forces have already stunned their adversaries during the initial phase of the war. It has destroyed billions of dollars worth of US military assets, including a high-value radar surveillance aircraft. The use of Arash suicide drones and Shahid 136 loitering munitions has further boosted IRGC's capability to target US bases in West Asia. What is even more concerning is Iran's deployment of large swarms of drones, which has overwhelmed crucial defense systems like Israel's Iron Dome and US Patriot systems. And then came a major strategic shock for US and Israel. On March 20th, Iran fired long-range ballistic missiles towards the US-UK base at Diego Garcia in Chagos. The target was nearly 4,000 kilometers away and demonstrates Tehran's strike range as it exceeds previously declared limits of 2,000 kilometers. Iran's arsenal includes systems like the Khorramshahr 4, Ghadar 110 and Imad. All are capable of striking Israel and US bases across the region. But perhaps the biggest surprise has been Iran's resilience. Despite losing top leadership early in the conflict, its military structure did not collapse. Instead, the IRGC activated its mosaic defense strategy, dividing the country into autonomous combat units capable of operating independently without any central command.
A sudden burst of seismic activity near one of the world's most secretive military sites is now raising new speculation and triggering conspiracy theories about covert nuclear testing. At least 17 earthquakes have struck near the highly classified Area 51 in Nevada within just 24 hours. The area is also located close to the Nevada test site, where the United States conducted nuclear weapons tests from 1951 until 1992. The tremors ranged between magnitudes 2.5 and 4.4, with the strongest earthquake originating about 4 kilometers beneath the surface. According to the U.S. Geological Survey data, more than 100 people reported feeling the earthquakes. Scientists say the location of the largest quake is unusual. Geophysicists point out that the tremor occurred in a relatively shallow area where such activity is not commonly recorded. While they believe the earthquakes are most likely natural, they said that some aspects of the seismic readings remain unclear. The earthquakes have reignited long-standing conspiracy theories on social media surrounding Area 51. Let's tell you what this area is. Area 51 is a highly classified U.S. Air Force military installation that is located at Groom Lake in southern Nevada for flight testing. The site has been shrouded in mystery and often linked to claims about aliens, UFOs, and secret experiments. It became known as Area 51 due to its designation on maps of the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission. The U.S. government officially acknowledged its existence only in 2013 after decades of secrecy. Now, the timing of these earthquakes also comes at a time when speculation about a series of American scientists, a number of them who have died or gone missing in the recent years, that has been garnering attention. Some of the scientists have been linked to secretive scientific research, including on nuclear weapons. The cases are under investigation by the White House, the U.S. Congress, and the FBI. On Thursday, President Donald Trump said a full report is being prepared on this issue. The joint anti-jihadist force of Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali has carried out intense air campaigns inside Malian territory following coordinated attacks by Al-Qaeda-linked militants and Tuareg separatist groups. This has been announced by the government of Niger. The developments follow what is being described as the largest assault on Mali in nearly 15 years. Over the weekend, jihadist fighters and their Tuareg separatist allies launched a major offensive, capturing the key northern town of Kidal and killing Mali's defense minister, Sadio Samara. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger together form the Alliance of the Sahel states. The bloc had initially deployed a joint force of 5,000 troops to combat jihadist groups, a number that was increased to 15,000 in mid-April. All three AES member countries are currently led by military juntas that took power through coups between 2020 and 2023. Authorities in Niger have accused foreign powers, particularly France, of sponsoring the weekend attacks in Mali. Niger has reportedly accused France of attempting to destabilize the region, allegations that have been denied by Paris. Amid heightened security concerns, the Nigerian government has now cancelled 1st of May parades across the country. We now shift our focus to football legend Maradona. A psychologist charged in the trial over Diego Maradona's death has told an Argentine court that the soccer great had bipolar disorder and was a narcissist. Carlos Diaz is facing the charge of manslaughter with reckless intent for prescribing the wrong medication. The El Clarín newspaper has cited Diaz as saying that, quote, he could bring a country to its knees, but one glass of alcohol could bring him to his knees. In fact, he goes on to say that the first image of Maradona shocked him because he was just like his father, an alcoholic who had died a few months earlier. Diaz told the court that he believed Diego Maradona wanted to change his lifestyle days before he died on the 25th of November in 2020 at the age of 60. While the trial is examining whether members of his medical and care team bear criminal responsibility for his death, it has shocked Maradona's fans, and it points to the reality of famous celebrities struggling with bipolar condition. Singer Jimi Hendrix, for example, who wrote the song Manic Depression, described his trouble with mood swings. He died at the age of 27 in 1970. Actor Russell Brand has been open about his diagnosis of bipolar disorder. He published his first autobiography in 2007 and detailed his struggles with drug abuse and addictions. Catherine Zeta-Jones, another Hollywood star, checked herself into a mental health facility for treatment of bipolar II disorder, which is marked by longer bouts of depression. This was during her husband Michael Douglas's cancer treatment. Singer Mariah Carey was diagnosed with bipolar disorder as well in 2001. But she told the People magazine that she lived in denial and isolation for years. She said that she finally sought treatment after a series of professional and romantic issues. Author Ernest Hemingway, the Nobel Prize-winning author, was reportedly prone to manic depressive behavior as well. In fact, he eventually shot himself in the head in 1961.